we have left MBAs behind, and now we are a community where we are known also for our activity.
Village has become global part. So smaller cities are just a concept.
One final thing, a message that you would like to give to all the CA students.
You like, but don't ignore what others like.
So today we have with us Sir CA Hari Ram Agarwal ji, and we are extremely happy and pleasure to have you today with us. So, sir, not taking much of your time, we just have a few questions to ask you so that we can help our future leaders to guide that, to take those principles and apply it in their lives. So starting with, what was the most challenging phase of your CA journey?
When I started my CA journey, so there were 3 stages in which I had to face difficulties. Number one, when due to my family problem and other restrictions, I could not pass the exam in first attempt or second attempt. So coming again for the exam was challenging. But still, with strong determination, I was sure that I must do it. Number one. Number two, when I came into practice, so again there was a challenging part. So what was the challenge? When I started the practice, it was one stage, one set of client, and one level of performance. But when my recognition was there in the market amongst the clients, then I getting started this higher level of work, more quantitative. So that was a challenge for me, whether to capture the work from the market, from the clients, or to build up the infrastructure and increase the staff strength. So if without work I increase the staff strength, that will again a costing factor, and vice versa. So I took a decision to do it step by step. Acquisition of work and increase in staff. Then again acquisition of work, then gradually increase in staff. That way I faced and met the challenge. And the third one was challenge in my CA journey was that one I decided to be in election of EIRC, to contest the election in EIRC. That was a very challenging, and the decision to come out with a clear vision that yes, I must fight for the election, I must contest the election, that came from my thought that I must contribute to my alma mater. So what talent, what resources, what quality I do have, I must pay back to my alma mater. But that was not that easy, because that was a challenging work, and that was to compromise with my work, and that was difficult. But then again I built up the team, strong determination that I love to do. Then I overcome from that loggerheads and took the decision, yes, I will come into the institutes, elections, contest, and finally you see the results.
Yes. I'm sure, sir, all the 3 points will help not only our students, but the CAs and the upcoming leaders. I think your journey is a wholesome one which can guide all the students, CA and the leaders. So, sir, coming up with the next question, as a leader, what is that one impact you would like your tenure to leave behind?
After my tenure, people will recall me that yes, CA Hari Ram Agarwal, being a council member, being a chairman of EIRC or chairman of ICASA, has inculcated a habit of attachment with our work, attachment with our organization, attachment with our EIRC, or attachment with our ICASA. And that thing will not develop unless I inculcate the feeling of ownership of all the concerned stakeholders with their respective organizations. Say, when as present, as you see, I am ICASA chairman. So I will inculcate this thought process among the student that it is your ICASA. You are not doing for anybody else. You must have heard in this my speech of today that it is your ICASA. You will have to perform. It will pay back you in the lifetime. That feeling will be developed. Similarly, for the members also, that it is your development for which we are working. Not for any other thing. And that will ultimately pay back you. So this impact I will be living when we are implementing this.
That was a lovely and a beautiful in fact a message to all our students that having that attachment is very important, and that actually helps us to move forward. So, sir, talking about what qualities, sir, according to you, should students develop if they want to become the future leader in ICI? Those important qualities.
The most important quality among the student which I want to see is communication. Frequent, fast, clear communication with party on the other side. This communication skill, if developed, you can win any competition. You can win your client. Even the student when they are in art quiz period. So if communication skill is good, they can have the guts of asking question even with the top management of the company. Alternatively, even you have guts of communication, you can get success in any field of your life. And if communication skill is developed, that person can do anything. In my lifetime, I have made at least 20 such persons first time speaker, and they have now by this time have spoken more than 10, 20, and 15. Some speaker are national level speaker. So that and boosting and feeling the confidence that yes, you can speak. Communication is one thing, and another thing is adaptability. Rigidity and adaptability, two different aspects are there. Rigidity with adaptability is acceptable and progressive, but rigidity with not accepting anybody else's view is downgrading. So, adapting someone's views with rigidity. So, these two, communication and adaptability, are the traits which will lead each and everyone to the new heights.
That's indeed a very good point, and we have to keep this in mind, that communication and not and that rigidity that no, only I am right. That shouldn't be there in us.
One more
And
thing.
that-
One more thing. Prior to these last 5 years, that was a common talk among in the common parlance that okay, this MBAs are better than chartered accountant. They used to get better perks and pay. But in last 5 years, the scene has changed, and the institute, its curriculum, its activities, student activities, members activities boosted the communication skill, and the communication skill has developed tremendously. And now we are far ahead these management guys. And now our pays, our perks, who are in the job are certainly higher, better. So this is the magic of development of communication skill among our professionals.
Definitely, sir, and believe this, like you have boosted this journey towards that path that we have left MBAs behind, and now we are a company where we are known also for our activities and communication and these things other than studies and doing just the CA, just the traditional path.
Correct.
Yeah. So next, moving forward to like in the smaller cities like Siliguri, like we are completely amazed we have received this award. So, sir, for all the students who think that they're from small cities and they can't do that big, what should students in smaller cities should actually do to have a professional exposure and to build that confidence that yes, a person from or a student from the smaller city can also back these things.
Now the cities are not smaller. Each and every corner of even a village is connected with global. So village has become global part. So smaller cities are just a concept, not in practice. So first of all, this thinking has to be taken out that okay, we are connected with a smaller cities. No, because with the development of internet and so many tools, and more recently the AI, it can be availed at any nook corner of any part of the country, any place in the world. So Now the question is how to go ahead. So that is the right question. So for doing that, we must learn different small courses which are available at very minimum cost. Online courses are available. Certain institutions are doing training only online. Do that. Smaller groups of common interest should be formed. Suppose four students are interested in GST, four members are interested in AS. So they should form smaller groups and periodical physical meeting. If that not possible, this virtual meetings should be organized to discuss the things. So clarity of the things and online training courses, certificates, participations is a must for that. If that is being done, so certainly smaller cities will not be smaller. And any person who is thinking that okay, I'm not small, even if the one person is sitting in a larger city or metro cities, if he is not utilizing the benefits of that city, so he is even backward more than the smaller city. But a student from smaller city can certainly go ahead with all these.
So I think that was really an interesting idea that we should have sit-ups and discussions, and I'm pretty sure we'll try to implement this in our tenure now, because that was really easy to have some related to GST, some audit, some this, and a discussion, and where maybe from larger to smaller cities, everyone can connect together. So yes, we'll surely try to implement this one. And so next, talking about, as you mentioned about AI, with AI and automation changing industries, how should CA students future-proof themselves?
It is clear that AI will not replace chartered accountant because a lot of human intervention, lot of perfection is required in AI generated results. But certainly, a chartered accountant who understands AI will certainly replace those who does not have any knowledge of AI. So CA with knowledge of AI is must. So what to do that for that? Develop analytical skill beyond compliance. Next, understanding data, technology tools, and automation systems. And last but not the least, move from transaction processing to strategic advice. Just like in our time, we used to do vouching, cash vouching, bank vouching. Those days are gone. At that time, trial balance was required to be matched. There used to be a difference in trial balance. So those are the days of past days. Reconciling your trial balance is not required at all. Number two, vouching, cash vouching, bank vouching are not required at all. Certain sample scrutiny is done. Online data is taken out. Some strategy has to be done, and the command has to be given to the whole of the accounting software. And within minutes, those things are coming out. Cash payment exceeding say 20,000 and above. It takes seconds to generate the report for the whole of the year. Out of the 1,000 transactions, if there is any, it will come in 5 minutes. And for that, we'll have to do exercise at our times of article C for hours and even days, 5, 7, 10 days to find out those transactions. So those are days are gone. Now strategic planning, strategic action is required to be implemented.
So basically, all CA should shift from those traditional practice of vouching and etc. from strategic, and should implement AI within that.
Yeah.
So now, talking about the students, so how can students contribute more actively in ICASA? As we have seen, if the whole program was all about the activities that has been conducted all this year, and we have backed this. So, but how can students contribute, and how to motivate them to be a part of ICASA and do it?
So, as I told my speech also, student must participate in activities. Regular participation in activities is must, first of all. Secondly is volunteer in organizing committee programs. So, smaller, different committees should be formed of that interest. Suppose debating, art, culture, dancing, singing, so cooking or certain audit, AI, that sort of small activities should be formed, and those activities should emphasize their subject matter to all. So that certainly will have an impact. Secondly, propose new initiative. Each and every mind is a fertile. Each and every student has a store of thousands of new thoughts. So they must come out with, say, 10,000 out of 10 thoughts out of thousands thoughts. Come out with those that, okay, these things I must discuss with my group leader, with our ICASA leader, that this can happen. So coming out with a new initiative, new thoughts is must. Next is lead study groups. Small study groups be prepared, and along with our ICASA non-educational activities, educational activities, see mock test or some paper-wise, some answering certain questions or some this sort of activity must also be developed, because non-education, non-active study activities is important, but studies are also important, because if you are doing only the activity of study or not doing other activity, and vice versa, both are not. So that should be kept in mind. And the most important part is that there should be a ladder. Ladder in the sense, senior member in this your team should be mentored, should mentor the younger members, and the member below that should be mentored by him. So a ladder should be prepared, that level 1 should develop level 2 mentor, level 2 mentor should develop 3. So a chain will should be formed among the students, which will give a good result in times to come. There will not be any vacuum. अरे वो चला गया, अरे आकाश चला गया, अरे केशव चला गया, अब कौन संभालेगा? केशव के बदले एक माधव आएगा, माधव के बदले एक राम आएगा, परंतु केशव को माधव डेवलप करना पड़ेगा, माधव को एक राम डेवलप करना पड़ेगा, उसको ग्रूमिंग करना पड़ेगा. दैट ग्रूमिंग शुड बी अ कंटिन्यूअस प्रोसेस.
Balancing between education, non-education, and creating that ladder. I think those are the 2 tips we'll be taking for our tenure again.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So now we'll have a very short rapid round like this in a few words. Practice or industry?
Practice.
Audit or taxation?
Audit.
Morning study or night study?
Certainly morning. Morning study.
Books or practical?
It's a difficult one without the other. So practical with flavor of books. That should be there.
So and last one habit every CA should participate.
One habit every CA student must have is a continuity. Continuity in your studies, continuity in whatever your passion is, continuity in the activity in which you love. So continuity in your health program. So continuity must be followed in every step of your life.
So wrapping up with the one final thing, a message that you would like to give to all the CA students, and especially those the one who are struggling and doubting themselves.
Just I told that do whatever you like, but don't ignore what others like. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.